Have you ever walked into a room and suddenly forgotten why you went there? Or opened your phone, only to realize you have no idea what you were about to do? Maybe you found yourself searching for words that used to come easily. You misplace your keys, forget someone's name, lose your train of thought in the middle of a sentence, and somewhere in the back of your mind a frightening question starts to appear. Is this normal? Or is something happening to my brain? If you're over 50 and you've been feeling more forgetful lately, this is something you should not ignore. Not because every memory slip means dementia, and not because you should panic, but because your brain often gives quiet warning signs long before serious problems appear. Sometimes what feels like getting older isn't normal aging at all. And surprisingly, some of the most common causes of forgetfulness after 50 have nothing to do with Alzheimer's. Many of them are reversible. Many of them can improve, and some of them are things millions of people experience every day without realizing what's happening. So if you've been forgetting more lately, if you feel mentally foggy, or if your memory doesn't feel as sharp as it used to, stay with me, because this could be why. Forgetfulness is common, but it shouldn't always be dismissed. First, let's clear up something important. Occasional forgetfulness is normal. Everyone forgets things sometimes, even younger people. In fact, forgetting why you walked into a room has a name. Scientists call it the doorway effect. Your brain switches attention when entering a new environment, causing temporary memory interruption. That's normal. Misplacing your glasses once in a while? Normal. Taking a little longer to recall a name? Normal. But there's a difference between occasional memory lapses and noticing a steady change. If you're saying, I forget things more than I used to, I lose my train of thought constantly, my mind feels slower, I don't feel mentally sharp anymore, your brain may be trying to tell you something, and ignoring those signals isn't the answer, because memory problems are often symptoms, not the root problem itself. One of the biggest causes of forgetfulness today isn't aging. It's stress, especially chronic stress. You may not even feel stressed. You might simply feel busy, tired, always thinking, always worrying, always carrying responsibilities. But inside your body, stress hormones like cortisol can remain elevated for long periods. And over time, high cortisol affects an area of the brain called the hippocampus. The hippocampus plays a major role in memory formation. When stress becomes constant, your brain shifts into survival mode. And survival mode prioritizes immediate threats over storing memories. Which means, you read something and immediately forget it. You enter a room and lose focus. You struggle to remember conversations. Your mind feels scattered. Sound familiar? Many people think they're developing dementia. But in reality, their brain is exhausted. Stress doesn't just affect your mood, it affects your memory. Sleep is when your brain performs housekeeping. It removes waste products, organizes memories, repairs cells, strengthens learning. But after 50, sleep quality often changes. Many people wake up several times during the night, sleep lighter, or simply don't get enough deep sleep. And the effects can be dramatic. You become forgetful, foggy, distracted, slower, emotionally sensitive. Even one night of poor sleep can reduce memory performance. Now imagine months or years of interrupted sleep. The brain never gets fully restored, and eventually memory problems begin to appear. What's scary is that many people blame aging, but sometimes the real culprit is sleep deprivation. Your brain cannot function at its best without proper rest. This one surprises many people. Certain nutrient deficiencies can mimic memory decline. Vitamin B12 deficiency, for example, becomes more common with age. Low B12 levels can cause forgetfulness, confusion, brain fog, difficulty concentrating, fatigue, mood changes. Low vitamin D has also been linked to cognitive decline, and iron deficiency may reduce oxygen delivery to the brain. The problem? These deficiencies often develop slowly. You don't notice them overnight. You simply start feeling not like yourself. And because symptoms appear gradually, many people assume it's just aging. But in some cases, correcting these deficiencies can significantly improve mental clarity. That's why regular checkups matter, because sometimes memory problems are your body's way of asking for help. Here's something many people don't realize. The brain works a lot like muscles. Use it or lose it. After retirement, life often becomes quieter, less challenge, less stimulation, less social interaction, less learning. And slowly, the brain begins to receive fewer signals to stay sharp. Research consistently shows that mentally active people maintain cognitive function better as they age. That doesn't mean solving crossword puzzles all day. It means learning new things, reading, having conversations, trying hobbies, playing music, traveling, staying curious. Your brain thrives on novelty. It wants stimulation, because when life becomes repetitive, the brain becomes less engaged, and mental sharpness can slowly fade. Many adults over 50 experience loneliness, even if they don't talk about it. Children move away, friends pass away, retirement changes routines, social circles become smaller, and loneliness does more than hurt emotionally. Studies suggest that chronic loneliness increases inflammation and stress. It may also increase the risk of cognitive decline. Humans are social creatures. Conversation stimulates memory, connection stimulates emotion, and emotional engagement stimulates the brain. That's why isolation can quietly accelerate mental decline. The good news, it doesn't take dozens of friends. Meaningful interactions matter more than large social circles. A phone call, lunch with a friend, joining a community group, spending time with grandchildren. Small connections can have powerful effects. Because your brain was never designed to live in isolation. Your brain consumes enormous amounts of energy, and it relies heavily on stable blood sugar. When blood sugar spikes and crashes repeatedly, your brain feels the effects. You may experience brain fog, difficulty focusing, forgetfulness, mental fatigue, mood swings, type 2 diabetes and insulin resistance have been linked to higher risks of cognitive problems later in life. In fact, some researchers call Alzheimer's disease type 3 diabetes because of the connection between insulin dysfunction and brain health. This doesn't mean sugar causes dementia, but it does highlight how closely brain health and metabolic health are connected. Your brain and body are not separate. What affects one affects the other. Another overlooked cause? Medication side effects. Many common medications may contribute to memory problems, including sleep aids, some allergy medications, anti-anxiety drugs, pain medications, certain bladder medications, some antidepressants. This doesn't mean you should stop taking anything. Never change medication without speaking to your doctor. But if memory changes started after beginning a new prescription, it's worth discussing. Sometimes the answer isn't aging, it's chemistry, and adjusting medications may help. Here's some encouraging news. Your brain can adapt, even later in life. Physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, stimulates new neural connections, reduces inflammation, improves mood, supports memory, and promotes the release of growth factors that help brain cells survive. Walking, swimming, gardening, dancing, strength training, even moderate movement makes a difference. You don't need intense workouts. Consistency matters more. A simple daily walk may do more for your brain than many people realize. Because movement isn't just exercise, it's nourishment for the mind. Most forgetfulness after 50 is not dementia, but some signs deserve medical attention. Seek evaluation if memory changes are progressively worsening, interfering with daily life, causing difficulty managing finances, leading to getting lost in familiar places, making conversations difficult, causing confusion about time or people, or if family members notice significant changes. Early evaluation matters, because many conditions are treatable, and if something serious is developing, earlier intervention provides more options. Remember, Fear delays action. Knowledge creates possibilities. Perhaps the most important message today is this. Forgetfulness doesn't automatically mean you're losing yourself. Your brain is alive, adaptive, and capable of change. Sleep matters. Nutrition matters. Movement matters. Stress management matters. Connection matters. Curiosity matters. Tiny habits repeated consistently create powerful changes over time. No one has perfect memory. Not at 20, not at 50, not at 80. But your goal isn't perfection. Your goal is maintaining a healthy, active, vibrant mind for as long as possible. And your brain is constantly listening to how you treat it. Every walk, every healthy meal, every good night's sleep, every conversation, every new experience, they're all investments, not just in memory, but in quality of life. So if you've been feeling more forgetful lately, don't panic, but don't ignore it either, because forgetfulness is not always just aging. Sometimes it's stress, sometimes it's poor sleep, sometimes it's nutrient deficiencies, sometimes it's loneliness, sometimes it's blood sugar, sometimes it's medications, and sometimes your brain is simply asking for better care. The earlier you listen, the more opportunities you have to protect the incredible organ that's been taking care of you your entire life. Because growing older doesn't mean giving up on your mind. It means learning how to support it. And the truth is, feeling more forgetful lately might be your brain's way of sending a message. And this could be why.
Before we conclude, a quick reminder. The information shared in this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not intended as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. Never disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something you have heard on this channel. Your health is your most valuable asset. Treat it with the professional care it deserves.